Alright, everybody. How y'all doing tonight?
Yeah, I'm tired.
I'm right there with you. Moose Cannon, how y'all?
I'm doing alright.
Same. Still have a broken finger, but other than that, whatever.
How long until it will be mostly healed?
I don't know.
Didn't know if they gave you like a...
Having a. I have to go to the doctor Monday in Alabama, so I don't know.
Cool. I have been all over my district, managed to get the keys to my room, but can't get in my room, and been told, hurry up, wait. I will have a completely new department when school starts. Because I found out,
Aren't you?
Huh?
Aren't you like the only? Aren't you like the only person from the previous year that's going to be there?
I got two people that were there from the previous year, but they're kind of mostly heading towards uh, CTE, like all the job certification stuff. So that's what I got going on. I walked in to find that out and waiting to hear back from the college about my internship for uh, administration. But we will see how that goes. But let's jump into this because it's been a minute. So the first part of tonight's game is going to be a bit of planning, and we will see where we go from there. Because y'all have roughly about a week, or a little bit more than a week, until the forces make it here. So figure out what everybody's going to do to try to get the city ready, and we will kind of jump through the week unless there's something special y'all want to do. So let's start with kind of the easy one, and that would be Mularn. You are helping Mixel with Elaine to set up the big old spell.
Yes.
All right. So, do you want to 100% put your efforts behind the spell for this next week, or do you want to uh, differentiate to where you're doing something else as well?
I mean, Mixel is involved, so it's probably best to have two people that are competent and 100% cognizant at all times. So I will lean into assisting with the setup for the spell.
Okay, in that case, what I would like you to do on this first day is give me an Arcana check. You have advantage because you do have Elaine. That is definitely a success. Okay. Moving down Tarl. you are starting to work on your armor more.
Yep, try to get it complete.
Okay, in that case, what are you trying to make? Because right now, what you have the pauldrons, the gauntlets, the hip guard, and the breastplate.
Yep.
So, what is the next piece of armor you're going to make?
Can I make a shield to go with it?
You can certainly try.
That's what I'll work on.
All right. Um, see, what have we been using for craft for you? I think it's wisdom and your tool proficiency.
I believe so.
All right, give me a roll for that then. Oof. Okay. First day not going so great, Tarl. I would put it maybe more on the forge because you tried to use the one that was in the facility instead of just pulling out your pocket forge. Mulak. You have a little over a week until the army gets here. You can see that the Hill Guard and the converted Woven Branch are trying to fortify the city. You can see that a lot of people are trying to move north, like any non-combatant are trying to leave. What do you wish to do?
I don't know. Probably just go try to help the spell stuff, even though there's probably not much I can do. But
Okay, if you try to help with that, give me a Arcana roll.
I have to stress though, if I don't know, I feel like he knows how important it is. So if he feels like he's not gonna do well, he's not gonna put his hands on things.
Well, let's just... Okay, with a 15. Okay, I'll say this. With a 15, Moose, you know enough that you know you're not... That this is big magic that is like brain people magic. I shouldn't say that. This is wizardly, not sorcery. Like, this is something that requires studying and attunement, not something that you're just naturally gifted and good at.
So
But if
he
they
rolled
need,
well enough to he rolled well enough to know when he should not touch something.
Yes.
He rolled well enough to not fuck it.
You know...
but if they need like an extra source of like power channeling or something, like I'm doing what I'm told and that's it. And
Okay, so with
so
that...
if they need like an extra channeling or something like that, I would step in, but that's it.
Okay, I'm counting this as a success because you're not like actively trying to... You're like, oh no, you have this part of the equation wrong type situation. It is, hey, if you need like mana in this, I'm your guy, but just shout when you need me kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like if you need me to hold something, or if you need me to, just channel a level 5 spell into something, or if you need me to, be a
Help
nurse
set up
that
a
hands me
ritual. Yeah.
instruments. Yeah.
Okay. Arvax.
Couldn't see my
Also,
button.
probably also keep Mixel mostly out of the way.
He's kind of essential to everything. Like, the thing I will say this,
He's the one running the show on that.
all of you that are in there with Mixel, you realize when he starts working on magic, this crazed little menace of a gnome trapped in a hamster ball is really good at what he does. However, the ADD is strong. Like, you do have to redirect him back to what he was working on because all of a sudden he gets an idea for, say, a wand that shoots snakes that then pop into party streamers.
That is not helpful, Mom.
And I'm really concerned about keeping him in line, convincing him to get back on track.
Was that you snapping?
No, I'm refilling my insulin.
Oh, okay. It sounded like you're snapping like, hey, little man, pay attention.
Hey, over here. We're doing this over here.
I also have like draconic presence, like it's a thing I have now. So if I need to, I can use that. But mostly gonna rely on just convincing him to stop.
Okay. Arvax, what are you doing?
I don't feel confident in helping with the magic-y stuff, so I'd probably try and help where I can around the city, help fortify things, get people that don't want to fight to a safe place, and be on the lookout for a whole bunch of orcs coming.
Okay. So if you're helping fortify, what I would like you to do is just give me a athletics roll.
Well, yeah, 16.
That's all right. All right. So that's what y'all spend the first day doing. We're now going to move to a 2 day increment as activity seems to be flurrying more as time goes by faster. So back to uh, Mularn. Go ahead and give me another Arcana check.
I can't remember. Was Jathera with uh Dreyfus,
Just
or
there,
she's
just
Just,
there
just,
is in the Temple Mott with Dreyfus. They're kind of leading
okay?
the military preparation. Okay, so a
I'm
12.
gonna go ahead.
Use your,
I'm gonna go ahead and take my mulligan
okay,
because that's balls. That is a 1 and a 2.
okay,
That is better.
okay. You and Elaine, while you don't understand a lot of what Mixel is saying, do understand the principle behind the magic. Like you're getting a more mechanical feel for this spell than the academic one you had, but you still know that the limitations of being mortal means that you still couldn't physically cast it, but you're starting to understand why so many wizards
Um,
try to figure out how to become immortal for some of
yeah,
these non normal level spells.
so I can I can change the oil, but I can't. But I don't know how to. But I don't know how to change the transmission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So there's another success on that. Tarl, still working on your shield. Yep, 32 is a success. Uh, you'll need 2 more Well, hold on. This is a 2-day thing. You'll need one more success to have the shield fully done, Tarl. What materials are you using in it from your supply that you have?
Give me just a second. Let me see what the name of that stuff is. The Soul Steel.
Okay. All right. Mulak, are you still doing what you were doing, or?
Nah, I'm gonna go out. Are people still like evacuating?
Yeah, people are heading out the north gate to go up towards Hoot and
Are there
Holler.
are there like children and stuff and like teenagers and stuff that are doing that too?
Yes.
It's like families.
It's families.
I'm
Yeah.
just gonna go. I'm gonna go out and have like a almost like a busking station where I'm doing like street magic to entertain, but I'm not accepting money for it.
Okay. Give me a performance.
Could I? I'll have good performance. Okay.
You
Ooh,
definitely
it's
do.
not the best.
I have a 20 on my roll in performance.
I was gonna try to get you to let me do deception, but my deception and performance are the same. So
So you definitely cheer up a lot of the people that are leaving. Mulak, you're lifting spirits.
yeah, that's the plan. That was the goal, is to just make them be like, this is fun what we're doing for the kids and stuff. It's not scary. It's fun.
All right. Arvax.
I mean, unless anyone else in the group needs me to help with anything, I'm just gonna keep doing up until the last day, which I have other plans for the last day.
Okay. Uh, give me another athletics check. Okay. Okay. Before we end these 2 days, is there any communication with anybody outside of the city y'all wish to reach out to?
I want to know where my tribe and everybody.
Okay. They are still making their way through the damp wood.
Do they have any idea on an ETA?
Do they have any eyes on the enemies? No, because the enemy's coming from the south
No,
east.
I said any idea on an ETA.
Um, no. Mostly
Okay.
because uh, they have stopped at Fin Deep to retrieve things.
So they're not too far from getting out of the damn.
Right, anybody else wish to contact anybody?
I will take an opportunity to touch base with uh, home.
Okay. What you find out is your dad is mostly better. Uh, like if it was to go HP wise, he's perfectly fine that way. But being degloved as he was,
Yeah,
uh, did kind of a.
Debodied.
No, he still had his body. He just got skinned. He got flayed. Uh, they do let y'all know if y'all need something to contact them. Like, they do not want you to feel like you are on your own. There's also a concern that your sister has not come back. but y'all also have not seen her since y'all returned here. Like, she did not go with y'all to Garfin, but she's apparently also not back home. So, your sister is currently MIA.
Yeah, she's probably fine. She's probably just doing.
Probably, you feel like she's probably doing her monster hunting stuff.
Yeah.
When I can, no, maybe it'll be 5 days, but I can check with her. Just find out where she's at.
All right, that ends those days. Starting back at the top with Mularn, give me another Arcana check. All right. Again, it's every day you're gaining more experience with this. Mularn, like, the biggest problem you see with this is once you have this knowledge fully, like when you fully understand this spell, you know you will probably have a problem not being able to then cast it later because you have it. Trying to find the right way to phrase this. The concept of you having knowledge that is not applicable to what you can do, yet it is within your wheelhouse, is mildly frustrating. Like, again, you can see why it's tempting to do things to extend your life as a high-powered mage.
Mm-hmm.
You also are understanding what Mixel did is probably one of the most batshit crazy ways to gain immortality. Like, becoming a lich seems like a science and almost an art. What Mixel did is more or less the equivalent of a meth lab being constructed
Yeah.
in the back of a trailer park. Like, not advisable in the least. All right, Tarl, give me another check on your tools to see if we finish your shield today. All right. There's another success. I'm going to type to you what you got in the chat. Okay, so that's what your shield does, Tarl.
All right, got it.
All right, Mularn. By this day, by about the halfway point of y'all's time period, most of the folks have gone. Most of the people that are not going to be staying to fight or support those that are fighting have left the city.
How many days are left?
Let's see. We did 1, 2, 3. This would be the 4th day. about halfway through because it's a little more than a week until they get here.
Now, how many days is this round for?
We'll do just one this time.
Is there like a barracks?
Yeah, the barracks is right up here connected to the temple mott.
I'll go over there and I'll give like rousing speeches to like pump people up.
All right, do you want to do presence, performance, or deception?
Can I use my dragon's presence to force awe onto them?
Okay, describe exactly what your draconic presence does as a high-level dragon blood sorcerer. Or draconic ancestry sorcerer.
Let me read it because I have it like written like an idiot. Okay. I can channel the dread presence of my dragon ancestor, causing those around me to become awestruck or frightened. And I want to use the awestruck. As an action, I can spend 5 sorcery points to draw on this power and exude an aura of awe or fear, and I'm choosing awe, to a distance of 60 feet for 1 minute or until I lose my concentration. Oh, it's a hostile creature. Never mind.
Well, I mean, if you're trying to use this ability,
I just want them to be like to like force them to listen to me, basically.
you know what? I'll allow you to use it in this case because, like, from a story point and storytelling, it makes sense. So, roll me whichever. Are you doing performance or are you doing presence because you're using your draconic presence?
Yeah, like we could just do it as flavor, and I can just roll like a persuasion check.
Well, yeah, I was just going to say I'd give you advantage. I just was trying to figure out which one were you
Okay.
trying to do. Persuasion,
So
25?
25.
Yep. People...
Just to get them like pumped where they're like, hell yeah, let's do this.
All right.
And I can even like tell this ridiculous story as part of it, and I can use the spell seeming and constantly change what I look like to fit the story.
You are inspiring so many of these folks, Mulak. Like, a couple of them seem really scared.
Also, just on the down low, if any of them are like super impressed, they can come talk to me after, and you know, maybe that's the start of my cult.
You know what? Roll me a D. Just roll me a straight D20. We'll call it luck and see what happens.
Roll for cult.
Roll for cult.
4.
You don't have anybody coming to like start a cult yet. Like
Yet.
but like there's several of them that liked what you were throwing out. Arvax, give me another athletics roll.
When I go in that day to see what I do to help, I'll go up to drive his. I think Malak is yelling encouragement at people in the barracks
He's actually surprisingly.
dramatically.
He is actually surprisingly effective with this.
Well, if it works, 24. He's animated, I'll give him that.
Yep.
Part of the encouragement that Arvax heard is me explaining how I taught her how to sword fight.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
One of the soldiers. So you swing the sword like this? And hold the wrist just
Close.
so? But as you help set up more barricades and actually roll oil out in some of the fields, Arvax, you feel a tug on your belt. Like on the pouch that hangs from your belt.
No, look down.
There's the little halfling child holding the little stuffed rabbit staring up at you.
Oh. Hey, what are you doing out here?
Stay.
No, it's not. You should have gone with everybody else. It's not safe out here. I'm gonna pick him up and put him on my shoulders.
Dad and guard. Only got dad.
Your dad's in the guard?
Yep.
Who's your dad?
Points over and you see like a halfling man, probably looking at him. Looks very much like the man that was melted. Like might be cousins of the family that
Oh
used to own
God, you keep bringing me back to that. God damn it!
to the livery. Mom gone.
Oh,
Mom had to get smokes.
God. We need to make sure you stay somewhere safe, okay?
Safe. And just hugs you. And right now, I know the unspoken threat that is coming from the other side of a wall at me right now.
If you hurt this child, I'm going to hurt you. I am going to go over and approach the one he pointed out as his dad.
Just little halfling, uh, wearing the hill guard armor, uh, is using a short sword after handing someone back the long sword that he had been trying to use, but you know, weight, science, fulcrum. The lever was too long, and he got launched with it when he used it, so having to use a shorter weapon. Uh, what did we say the halfling child's name was?
Mickey?
Mickey. The halfling turns and just stares up and up and up at you, Arvax, going, "Oh, hello. Um,
I'm gonna crouch down some so he'd have to hurt his neck.
Mickey, can you come down, please?"
I'll lift him down. He's fine. We we made friends a while back.
So you are the. He said you were Goliath that gave him the bunny.
Oh no, not a Goliath, but yeah, that was me.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, I had one like it when I was a kid. Did do you have somewhere for him to go when things start getting hairy in a few days?
Not really. I had family, but my my brother who owned the livery
Was melted.
was melted, and his son Cannon just shield rushes the halfling out of
I'm having a conversation.
I'm testing.
I'm sorry, Cannon. It's just like we're having this moment, and then shield brush. Now we have an orphan. Somebody's future character in another game. Uh, yeah, he melted, and then my nephew and his fiance they left. We haven't heard anything from them since the undead wave, so I'm afraid that they're gone too. And my wife left years ago. Uh, Said she was only 55 and was too young to be a mother and run this life. So it's just the two of us here. I couldn't send him away with anybody because I didn't really know him.
Well, look, we uh we have somewhere we're staying. It's actually the prior's old house, but if you want him to be somewhere when things start to get nasty, there's gonna probably be at least a couple of people there that can make sure to keep an eye on him, keep him safe.
Appreciate it. Very much appreciate it.
Well, I'm surprised to still see him here, so don't want him to get underfoot when things go sideways.
As you say that, you just see Mickey pull out a dagger from behind the rabbit. Fight.
Because I'm learning you're really good at getting underfoot anyway, and I kind of take the dagger. When you're bigger.
Pulls out another dagger. The
Oh,
father,
I
the
have.
father grabs it. Is like, I literally have no clue where he got them from. He said a kobold gave them to him at one point.
Oh, you have a rogue on your hands, my friend.
All right,
And
and that
I think I might know the cobalt where he got this
elsewhere in the Shadowfell, Greg sneezes. Greg Brightgloom, the adopted sibling of the Brightgloom triplets. All right, with that, we'll move to the next day. Back with Mularn. If you'll give me another Arcana check. Nice. That is a crit because you have advantage. What you are doing is you start to infuse a crystal, and more or less what Mixel needs you and Elaine to do is to hold it in one place. Like nothing, it has to be held magically because nothing physically can touch it or else it'll contaminate what is going on. Give me a perception check, or actually give me an intelligence check to see if you know what this is. Okay, with a 14, you sort of know. You've read about how the gods sealed themselves away from mortals so that their influence wouldn't mess with anything more than it already had. And it's often described as a gate. You're starting to think that, for lack of a better term, this is like a doggy door. It's the same, like you're getting the same type of abjuration and containment off of this, but in a much smaller, limited aspect. Is there anybody you would like to talk to as you finish this portion of the spell?
No, it's pretty good.
Okay. Tarl, you have made your shield. What do you wish to do this day?
I am going to practice with the shield.
Okay. Give me a athletics then. With a 20, that is a success. You are getting the weight of it, Tarl. You are getting the vibe and the feel of how this weapon works. Much like with your armor, it does take a second to kind of get used to the soul steel because it almost sounds like it's kind of talking to you at times. But you have a success and you have a better understanding of the weapon. All right.
Um, would it be possible to like essentially start a tab that my parents will pay for?
It could. What are you trying to do?
Feed all of these soldiers an extravagant feast.
Oh, you're doing the steaks and lobster situation,
Like
right?
ridiculous meals.
I'll walk up and tap him on the shoulder, pull out Dad's bag of holding, and introduce him to the Piggly Wiggly.
I will allow it. The second he opens it, Mulak, raccoons just shoot out of this. Like a dozen raccoons come shooting out of this bag.
When I look inside, it's what I expect.
It is a massive.
That
It is a massive grocery store that has raccoons stocking shelves. One raccoon is wearing like a little vest and holding a clipboard and pointing. You are looking at basically a Costco-sized Piggly Wiggly inside of a bag.
I hand it over to the chefs.
Just make sure you sign the receipt.
All right, I'm gonna give you both a success because I just love that the frickin' bag of Piggly Wiggly came back into play. Arvax or
And I tell the chefs to spare no expense. Like, just go in there, get everything.
as you hand the bag off, you see a familiar halfling, white tipped hair. Just looks at you. Hey, buddy, it's been a minute.
Oh, is this dude?
Yeah, it's dude.
Okay. Hey, dude.
He's like, you been all right?
Yeah, you still chefing it up?
Now that I'm not in jail anymore. Yeah.
Well, look, spare no expense, cook all these soldiers literally the best meal they've ever had.
You fucking got it.
And here you go.
And as he opens it, a ladder pops out. And he starts ordering sous chefs to go down and start preparing a extravagant meal.
Just because it'll probably be the last meal for some of these guys, so I want it to be something they remember.
I'm hoping that's out of character, because if it's in character, it'd be great. One soldier's off to the side. Oh. I mean, they would know. Everybody in the town knows. All right, Arvax, still doing fortification?
Yeah, how much longer we got?
We're gonna do 2 more rolls, and that'll be the time. Like you're past the halfway point.
Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna do it up until the very last day, and the last day I'm gonna spend doing something else.
Okay. So, roll me another athletics check. Okay. Also, I need, at the end of this day, everybody to give me a perception check. Okay, 20, Mulak will see, Mularn will see. Tarl will not see, probably because he is busy. Arvax, 25. The 3 of you that succeeded, what you notice is drums coming from the west along the river. And then
Do I recognize these drums?
you do, Arvax. These are Finn war drums. You've not heard them often because Finn Deep was mostly kind of a transient, peaceful society. You are watching a full Finn warband come in, and at the front of it is an orc woman that is easily over 50. standing on top of the biggest, what looks like a fish to you that you've ever seen in your life, cruising, arms crossed, staring directly at you, just torpedo speed, coming
And this is
towards the
coming
city.
down the river.
This is coming down the river towards the city.
I'm gonna just let out a whoop, and I summon my steed and I take off to.
As you run down the river, what you see is that you now get to see what an orca looks like. You don't think it has eyes looking at it. It is black and white. It is massive and has a mouth full of spear-like teeth. And as
That's
this
badass.
thing is thrashing and diving through the waves, the woman standing atop it, war kilt wraps around her arms and legs, a short fur cape, nothing else, just no shirt, rippling muscles and tattoos and scars. This is Gruhaka the War Chieftain. And she is just stoically standing, looking directly forward until you ride along, and she turns and offers a whoop back.
Are they coming in at
They're
this
gonna,
northern gate or this western?
they're on the river, so they're gonna meet where the fork is. That is where they're coming from, because the big river that forks around the city is the one that goes back to the damp wood. But Gruhaka is there with about 600 Finn warriors.
A lot of the normie people have left.
Uh, Mularn, you just see a happy Arvax. Like, I'm assuming actually smiling Arvax, but it is orcs and dwarves and humans. It's more or less like this massive band of barbarians has just shown up, and at least two of them are trolls.
But get cinnamon brownies if you want them. Oh yeah. But
Also, it seems to be that not many of them are wearing shirts.
you know, to walk up to Arvax, yeah, people.
Say that again,
I didn't catch.
Knox.
Okay, yeah, so you people.
Oh yeah, my people.
Do you think there's going to be any surprise out of the change that you've gone through?
Oh, they'll probably tease me that I didn't get taller sooner.
Just remember, when if we survive this whole thing, then I do have an ability to at least aesthetically bring you back to.
Yeah, I've still got that in my back pocket.
But as y'all are talking,
Hang on. She's trying to roll her ass off the couch. Hang on.
Baby has been super special and awesome today, but has also decided belligerence is an option.
No, that's because belligerence is allowed.
Did she roll off the couch, Em?
No, she's trying her damnedest.
God, that's finally starting to blister on my hand. Have you ever accidentally touched the cooking rack with a knuckle?
Uh-huh.
Yep. I've had a red line there for 2-3 days, and now it's finally starting to blister. I need to stop using the red grippy thing because it does not go up to my knuckles. But as y'all are talking, the orca free willies over the wall in y'all's direction, vanishes, and the woman lands and just starts walking forward. And she goes, "Where is Bunny? Where is the little bunny?"
I hop off of Binky. That will be me.
You are not little bunny.
I was little last time they saw me. I had a growth spurt.
Yeah, the what y'all notice is Gruhaka is only a couple inches shorter than Arvax. This is and as she gets closer, this is a full-blooded orc. Like, you've seen a lot of half orcs, but she is 100% full-blooded, large tusks. She turns and looks at both of you, Mulak and Mular, and she goes, "Who are the small pretty ones?"
Those are the magic-y boys.
Are they for enjoying, or are they for work?
Oh no, they're for work.
Oh,
What was that in the background? Someone said, "Oh my god."
no, it's,
Dustin playing Siege.
Okay, for a second it almost sounded like Moose. And all I could hear is Mulak in the background, "Oh my god." And saying no. But Gruhaka just looks.
I'm fine with that being canon.
I feel it
I
would.
mean, if they want to have fun, that's up to them.
She just looks, sniffs. One is claimed, one is not.
Mulak just no.
Acceptable consent is required, yes. It has been many days. I need a bed, and I need someone in the bed.
Well,
Go
we
get
can definitely see
Dreyfus.
about the beds. She'd break him.
Dreyfus is off to the side. Please, gods, no.
Well,
We can help with the beds. Someone in the bed, I think that's going to be a little more personal preference for.
Good. Where are beds? Point to beds. Where are beds?
I will. I will.
Baby roller.
I'm not.
I will lead them to Dreyfus's house.
To the barracks on the Temple Mott, or to. Are you trying to like throw her at Dreyfus?
No, he's not staying there.
Oh wait.
Like his dad's house.
Oh, that's where y'all are staying. Where y'all are doing the magic at.
Oh, okay.
A
Then
lot
yeah,
of
you're
orcs.
right. Probably not a good idea.
Suffice to say, you'll say that you point her towards where she could find a bed.
Yeah, let's just hand wave that. Yeah.
Okay. Quickly.
I'm looking for the rest of my actual tribe as well.
There's a few from your actual tribe, but it seems there are a lot that might have stayed back at Fin Deep, getting more supplies. This is the first part. However, as y'all hear that, you just hear Mickey's dad, "Hey, what are you doing?" And you just turn and see that Gruhaka has picked him up and is just walking.
I think Mickey might get a new mom.
What was
It
that?
took a It took a long time. Welcome to Arvax. It took a long time for her to understand the concept of consent, didn't it?
Well, there's a chance that she said, just said bed to him, and he went yes, and she went, all right.
No Orna.
And this is how Mickey became an orphan. Anyway, that's
Death
No,
by
no
submission.
Orna among the ranks.
no, you do not see her at the moment. It's like a lot of what you are seeing. You do not recognize a lot of these, Finn. You can smell salt on a lot of them. These are Finn that stay at sea. These are the ones that usually are on the war canoes. But you do notice a couple members of your tribe that were the fighters.
Mhm. Cool. Look at Dreyfus. Think that'll be of use?
Yeah, that literally just doubled our numbers of what we had in Guard, Metal Pike, and Woven Branch that were here.
This is really weird compared to a few years ago, isn't it?
If y'all are in town, it's fucking weird.
You know what I mean.
It is. Because years ago, I would have been saying to burn y'all at the stake.
Oh,
Mm, quite
the reason
gladly,
you would
if I remember right.
we're about to go head to head with the reason you would have wanted to burn them at the stake. So
Yep.
I think this is going to be good news is good news.
This is
Full
going to
circle.
kind of figure this is going to be a little cathartic.
Yeah.
And with that, we will end this day and move to the next. So we will start off with our Arcana roll.
Dun, 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 dun.
That is a success. At this point, the actual physical prep for the spell is done. It is now time to begin the ritual, which is something Mixel has to start now. There is not much after this day that you can directly help with, other than making sure people do not mess with Mixel to stop the spell. But I will also say you have a full understanding of this spell. Mechanically, academically, you know this spell, and to the point that you could write it in your book, you just do not have access to it.
Mhm. I completely understand. I completely understand it. I just cannot. I just don't have the ability to actually cast it.
But I do want you to give me a wisdom save in this process. Okay, with a 13 that does not meet the DC. Being so late in the game with this happening, it might not come into effect, but it might come into effect with what you decide happens to your character afterwards. You have a bit of a compulsion now to actually get to a point you could cast this spell. Like
Mhm.
it's always going to be burning in the back of your head that you need to actually be able to cast it now that you know it.
Like it's one of those situations where if I don't write it in my spell book, I will still be able to write it. I'll still be able to recite it and write it down verbatim for the rest of my life.
Yes. And there will always be a nagging thing in the back of your brain of, you only got to do a little bit to be able to cast this. There's ways to do, like, it makes what could be terrible decisions further down the road for you seem less of a problem. Like you're not gonna like I'm gonna become a lich today kind of situation.
Yeah.
But where beforehand you might be like this is neat and knowing it's great, now it's you kind of want to use it.
Yeah.
and if that idiot Mixel can do this. And you notice that Elaine seems to kind of have the same look in her eye as you do. Now, because y'all both know how this spell works in and out.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Tarl, what do you wish to do with this day?
I'm gonna teach blacksmithing the next 2 days. Anybody wants to learn?
All right, plenty of recruits and the kind of support staff, including the guy that's running the actual blacksmith, come to study with you. Because they've seen your shield, they've seen your armor, and I know that you've mentioned that you made it and you've showed them your stamp. So give me another wisdom with Smith's tools to see where we are. All right. All right, Mularn. Oh, is Moose muted?
I'm Mulak.
Or sorry, is Mulak
Yeah.
muted?
No, you just asked for the wrong brother.
I'm sorry. So Mulak, what are you doing today?
How many days are left?
We have one more roll, and then so we got like 3 days or 2 days.
What do you mean? What, like?
I'm saying you're rolling today, and then you'll roll for the next day, and the day after that will be when they show up. I'm kind of allowing the last day to be a role play day. You've done a big feast. You've got everybody mood up. There are a bunch of these barbarians around town now.
By barbarians, that's the orcs.
The Finn, yeah. And it's a lot of it is orcs, but a lot of, like I said, there's humans, there's dwarves, there's elves. Like I said, there's a couple trolls.
I'll go. Do I know anything about the Finn? Like, do they have magic there? Like, are there spellcasters there?
Mostly druids, and there are some sorcerers.
I'll probably avoid them then. All the townsfolk are gone. It's just army folk now.
Just the like weapon shops, magic shop, like anyone that could be of auxiliary use to the military. Well, more or less a militia that is forming. Those are the only ones really left.
Does the temple have a steeple?
Yes, it does.
Is it pointy or is it flat at the top of the steeple?
It is kind of pointy.
I'll just fly to the base of the steeple and kind of just watch people watch for the day from the top of the steeple. Not like the tip top of the steeple, but like the base of the steeple.
Okay, give me a perception check. Nothing super unusual. However, you notice coming from the north what looks like a small band of people they'll probably get there within the next couple hours to the north gate.
I'll wait till right before they get to the north gate, and then I'll land in front of the north gate.
You see about 60 people on horseback. At the front of it is probably a 60-year-old human woman. A little bit of red still mixed in her gray hair. And as they come to a stop and stare at you, as you come landing with your big old dragony wings, she is just kind of mean mugging you.
What? Can I help you?
It depends. Are you one of them fancy highfalutin high elves? Ones
Nope.
that worship that spider?
Nope.
What is your name, boy?
What is yours?
Most people just call me Ma. I'm Ma McLeod.
Oh, I've met you.
She squints and then puts on her glasses. All right, yep. Sorry, blind without these.
Yeah, remember? I told you your son died and they gave you all of his money.
DM now remembering this because it's been over a year. Aye.
By the way, that horse, that demon horse that I killed with your son, it came back to life and I re-killed it.
She just stares at you and spits to the side and then goes, good. Anyway,
What do you need? Who's all these people?
these are some of my other lads, cousins, uncles, nephews. We picked up a couple stragglers.
Are
Aye.
y'all here to fight?
Fuck 'em. Stab 'em. Shoot 'em. They helped kill my boy.
Follow me. I'll just take them to the barracks.
All right, so you now have 60 McLeods.
I'm also, while we're walking there, telling true yet slightly exaggerated stories.
And then we get to Arvax.
Okay. I'm probably gonna be more around the Fen people.
A few
Although
more.
I guess part of it's gonna be trying to organize everyone together.
You forgot how much it is organizing cat or herding cats to organize the
Oh
fighters.
no, I remember. I'm just used to it.
It,
I imagine it's about giving Dreyfus an aneurysm, but I'm used to it.
no, Dreyfus just looks over at them. I am not going to command them. I'm not going to tell them what to do. They're allowed to fight how they want, mostly because that terrifies me. And it's just Gruhaka again standing there, much like her daughter Kogo in the other game. War kilt, bandages, nothing else.
What? She's awesome.
I am not used to the number of topless females walking around right now.
Are you embarrassed?
No.
You are.
He walks away.
You grew a beard, but I can see it. Your face is so red. Oh my god.
He just keeps walking and does not make eye contact.
Ooh, Hewitt, I need the charger for this.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, there we go. Computer is safe. I think Hewitt is getting it right. Dreyfus is scared into titties.
All right, so if you're trying to organize them, give me
I mean, as much as I can, it's more of a talking about what's happening thing.
All right. In that case, I would say performance or persuasion. Or presence. But there is no presence. I'm thinking of fucking Exalted.
I don't have what performances. Guard. Oh, I don't. Yes.
The way you
Yeah, okay,
describe it,
spider.
the troll slaps you on the back. Little bunny, it's not that scary. Spiders get squished.
I say scary. I just bet they're not normal spiders.
You're acting scared. There you go, squish. You squish with foot.
Maybe your foot, not mine.
You do have dainty little foot.
Compared to you yet.
Did you run off, embarrassed little man?
A little bit.
Just smiles. Is he claim?
I don't know. I don't think you're his type. Grahak is definitely.
The troll just slicks back its hair. I everybody's type. But not everybody's cup of pee.
That's it. You know what? We're gonna go with that.
All right. Last roll, y'all. Before we have the last day role played out. Starting with Mularn. Off far to the southeast, you can see smoke on the horizon. The time is almost here. So, Mularn, what do you do this day as Mixel, you can hear through the door, chanting in Gnomish what sounds like the longest incantation that could ever be said. It's the spell that doesn't end.
Mm-hmm.
It goes on and on, my friend.
Correct.
And here I was hoping Moose would jump in.
Some people started casting it, not knowing what it was, and they'll continue casting it forever just because.
Thank you, Moose.
Well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and adjust my spells. I got one of those, so. And that one. I think really wish I would have taken fucking the bar no what the hell are they called the sigils. at some point. I didn't think about that because I'd be setting up fucking booby traps. They're coming from the south.
They're coming from the southeast. Now, I won't lie. At this point, y'all have probably killed off a couple scouts that made it ahead of time, but
Mm-hmm.
the main vibe you're getting from the writ of land that is coming is that they're not worried about being sneaky. They might not even be worried about tactics. They are bringing a steamroller. If there's a question about how many they brought, the answer is going to be yes.
In our interactions with these with the ones that we caught or whatever. I My question is are these the type of people that, if and when she is exposed, will it matter to them?
For several, from what you've seen and what you've experienced, several of them, the answer is yes. Like, when you fought a lot of the writ of land that was underneath Elvorn's control, they were not as devout as the Woven Branch. Like, they're soldiers, they're part of the theocracy, but many of them, honestly, many of them are probably penitents. They have spent their entire life in the military. This is what they do. It's beyond whether or not religion is part of the question anymore. This is just what they do. So several of them, if you were to expose their leader to be the great deceiver, the mistress of webs, would more than likely throw down their weapons or run, or maybe even turn on those around them because they've been told a lie. But you do know there's going to be a large number. You're not sure how big a number that, well, this is what I promised my life to. Especially a lot of the Woven Branch.
Okay.
But but as a reminder, you do know Lorraine. Canon Lorraine is in, or more than likely in, this writ of land detachment. And I do believe at this point y'all do not know how to address him. He has been both, he has hurt y'all and helped you.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a good chance he's here or he might not be.
Second point, the elder spell. What are its parameters? Like, does Mixel need to see it, or does Mixel just need to keep this, or is it like an area of effect thing that Mixel just needs to keep going?
Okay, so since you now fully understand the spell, I will describe what the effect is supposed to be. When Mixel releases the spell and casts the refined enchanted crystal, which is the only component for the spell, which y'all have spent most of this time creating, it will create a small version of the gate that separates the heavens and the godly realm from the mortal realm.
Mm-hmm.
It will then pull whatever form of divinity through it.
Okay, so it will immediately seek out.
Okay, you've watched Berserk, right?
Yes.
When the God Hand is summoned,
Yes.
that kind of area of effect. You do know it
That
is,
happens, and then any godlings will be sucked into the prison.
yes.
Got you.
It will not suck in mortals because y'all do not belong on the other side of that gate.
Mm-hmm.
You do know that it is going to fuck up reality for a very large space. To what degree, you're not 100% sure. It's kind of like with the Manhattan Project. There was a 2% chance we'd catch the atmosphere on fire in their their mathematical numbers.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like that. It's going to destroy something around y'all. You do not know what. But Mixel is going to need full concentration and nothing stopping him from doing this.
Okay.
But he does
So
not
there's
need.
a possibility this is suicide.
Yeah, but to explain it a little bit more for Mularn, any spell above 9th level could kind of still be described the same way.
Yeah.
It's magic that starts to alter
Any
reality.
spell over ninth level might do this. This is high enough that it will.
Yes. Like,
Gotcha.
you're not
All
exactly.
possible negative outcomes of super high level magic are pretty much guaranteed with this.
Yeah. This, for lack of a better term, you've literally just made a magic atomic bomb that specifically
Gotcha.
targets gods. Also, we'll say this: you have it in the back of your mind. You're really glad Mixel is the one casting this. Even if you could, you'd still want Mixel to cast it because this is
Yeah,
probably going to piss off
a lot of things.
most, if not all, of the divinities.
Well,
Well,
they're
maybe they
tied
could have.
to a tree. Who cares?
Oh no, that dude's probably going to be down with it. Like Coralon and all the other deities tied to the tree are probably going to be super dope with this. And they will probably freely cross the barrier back. Some of the other gods knowing that someone down there can cast this spell means that Mixel will have more of a bullseye painted on him than he's already created for himself.
Gotcha.
So, that is the knowledge you've picked up. Like, when this goes off, it's going to be a hell of something to see.
Okay. So what I want to do is I want to see about having uh, like armbands, headbands, uh, made, uh, just and like a weird off color that nothing in the area that the theocracy doesn't use, just in case there's some altered perceptions. There's a visual aspect of Friend from Foe.
All right. Yeah, the one color that you know will not pop up amongst the woven branch is pretty much vibrant pink.
Everybody's wearing pink on it. And then I'm gonna go to Kuhaka.
You're going to go to Gruhaka.
I'm gonna go Kuhaka.
Right, as you walk up, Gruhaka is wrestling one of the trolls and has it down. And eventually the troll, I yield. What do you say to the war chieftain of the Fen?
I need. We need something from. I think your people might be the best to do it. Not you, because I think we're going to need because you, as the war chief, would need to be the front. We need at least 4 to 6 of your best, of your strongest. Not just not just physical strength. All the different types of strength that the Finn offers. And I'm going to point I'm going to point across and point the house out. And I need them in front of that house. Because no one goes in there once this starts. And
Why?
when I say no one, because inside that house is how we win.
She squints at you and then kind of squats down a little bit to be on eye level with you. We allies. Tell me
Yes.
why. No
I am going
half-truths.
to produce.
No half-truths, pretty one.
I am going to produce a flame in my hand. Do you see this?
Mm-hmm.
This is less than a grain of sand. What is in that house is 100 tons.
She lets out a long sigh and then looks you dead in the eye, holds out her right hand, and you watch flame erupt and go around it. Pretty one, I understand magic. I speak short because we have little time. Who is
And this
in
will be
house? Who's in house?
about it's Mixel.
She stares at you for a second.
I know, but the options were him, me becoming an all-powerful lich, which we don't have time for, or an ancient lich that already tried to take over my body to do really, really bad things. And I really didn't want to I didn't really want to give him access to the level of magic that is being done. So this is the path of least resistance. This is our best option. I know. I've spent time with them.
She just stands back up and puts a hand on your shoulder. Understood. And she walks off. And she points at several. Arvax, I'm assuming you're also out with the Finn at this point. Remind me your tribe mother's name.
My tribe mother or the tribe leader?
The one that raised you.
Orna.
You see, Orna has come, and as you're about to go say something, Grahaka, you. And she points at Orna. You will guard house.
What?
You turn and see that Mularn is like Grahaka is walking away from Mularn, and she has pointed at Orna and has told her to be one of the 6 that will be guarding the house.
Okay. What? What'd
Orna
you do?
Orna looks at you. I just got here, but you do not question the war chief when she is in her mood.
I kind of walk up.
And then I crash into her.
I'm sorry, both of y'all were talking. Arvax, what'd you say?
I said, no, you don't. And then I crash into her.
You just hug her. And then Mularn, what were you saying?
I kind of walk up. And look at Arvax and go, so they made it.
What?
He says they made it.
Oh, they made.
Well,
I'm glad you made it.
the I had a conversation with Kruhaka about having like six of the stronger, more powerful members of the Finn hang back around the house as a last line to keep Mixel safe.
And the kid. But yeah, it's not a bad idea.
As you say that, Mickey is just standing there holding 2 daggers with the rabbit tied to his back.
I pick him up and I hold him out towards Orna. This is Mickey, rogue in training.
She looks at the little halfling, looks at you. He reminds me of you. We could never get knives away from you.
Strange that I went for bigger weapons.
Okay.
He's finding them. I have a feeling they're actually magic.
Okay. So you're getting them to where they'll guard the house. Mulak and Tarl. Or let me start with Tarl. You're still doing the blacksmithing lessons?
Yep.
All right. Give me one last roll with that to see if it affects anything, because here in a minute when we cut off, I'm going to explain how the next session's going to go. $16.
He's also singing songs while he's teaching.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, it finally stopped popping up on my screen. Several of them are going to join in. Tarl, Mulak.
Yes.
Kind of the end of everything. What do you want to do this last?
He is going to spend the rest of the entire time, like, seriously meditating.
Just getting yourself ready for the next, when this happens?
And trying to, like, just, like, focus on, like, the, God, what is it called? Word incarnation? There it is. Okay. Like, thinking of that, which is that thing that the tree god gave me. And thinking of, like, all those other, like, special powers we have. Like, he's just, like, storing all of this and trying to remember all of it. And, like, kind of you ever pre-plan,
Yes.
but also you have no freaking idea what you're actually pre-planning for? So you just come up with a plan for every possible situation that could possibly happen?
In other words, you are productively overthinking about the situation, so you are ready for what happens no matter what.
Yes, but, like, not in a panicked way or, like, an anxiety-ridden way. He's just,
That's why I said
like,
productive.
calmly, like, focusing and thinking of a plan for every single possible thing that could happen.
Anybody coming by, is this the most serious they've ever seen Mulak?
Probably, yeah.
Does this mean he buttoned his shirt up in the front?
No, God, no.
If that ever happened, someone died. Oh, I gotta go to a funeral, 2 buttons. Still just leave a little bit at the top.
And I guess he's doing that in Dreyfus's house, I guess.
Oh, and
I don't know where else he'd do it. That seems like
that's kind of been
where
your.
the least amount of people would bother him.
It's kind of your HQ. Like that is where Mixel has been doing his magic with your brother and your brother's girlfriend. Your other brother, like you've also finally noticed what Moulette's been doing. Moulette has just been like practicing sword swings and movement. Like literally, he is going through textbook motions, and it's kind of the same situation as you, Mulak. This is how he focuses. Like
As I'm walking to start it, I see him doing that, and I'm like, lift your elbow.
as he swings down, you just see his left hand that's on the hilt of his sword extend a middle finger, but he never looks in your direction. Okay. You've kind of reached the quiet before the storm, and I'm going to go back around to everybody one last time. The last day before they arrive. Mularn, the sun has risen. Where are you as the sun rises and you awake? Or did you even sleep?
I did a bit, and then just kind of spent the day on the broom, just literally flying around the city, like following the walls around the city, just over and over and over again, trying to wrap my head around, trying to kind of like, kind of like Mulak. I'm trying to looking off into the distance, watching where the smoke's coming from, and then looking around everywhere's around the outside of the city to see it, make sure that no one's coming back on us
Okay.
and that kind of thing.
What I will say is what you notice is there is on the western and southern, like west by southwest horizon, is where you can see the smoke. And you can begin to see, because Hillens is on a hill across a large open plain to the south, and the direction of Lake Bynes. This is where most of the smoke is coming from. They're not going to do like the kobolds did and attack directly from the south and north. Because the south has the river, they are going to probably try to come on the eastern wall. Which has been reinforced. No one seems to be trying to do a flank or a pincer. You are literally what you are getting is that they are so confident in what they are going to do, because it is legions of the writ of land, possibly the entire, like I believe Dreyfus, but it could be the entire writ of land, is moving on a city that at max has 3,000 people. You are watching a overconfident military force head your way. The only problem is the experience you've had with the writ of land. They're not stupid. They might be overconfident, they might be cocky, but if they have the numbers that you're afraid they have, by all accounts, they have the right to be. I think the last thing I'll say to you in describing this, Mularn, is the reality that you knew existed has now definitely hit home in your stomach. If you have any favors to call in, now would be the time to do it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's nobody that I can think of
Okay.
that would have the
Your
ability to
family
get
got
to
anything to send?
Huh?
So your family got anything to send us to help?
I mean, probably. However, my family is extremely pragmatic, and if we fail, then they're next. You know what I mean? And that's the way they're going to look at it. And besides, I don't think there's a whole lot. There's not going to be a whole lot that they're going to do that's going to tip the balance anymore, or get us any further towards center than we already are.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, maybe if we had maybe maybe Greg's Cobalt band, and that whole thing was still around, but at this point, I settle for the horse. But I have sure. I I may have a Hail Mary, but that's not something that I would really want to call in unless absolutely necessary.
All right. Is there anything else you would like to do, Mularn, before I move on to the next person?
I'm good.
Tarl. The sun has risen. You are up. The forge. There are dying. Well, I shouldn't say dying ember. There are still embers and coals burning in the forge. War is coming as a member of the Frostborn family and part of the Elsbane Tige. Much like rain, you can smell, for lack of a better term, or sense that what is coming is coming. How do you spend this last day before the battle?
Gonna be in the temple praying to Tyr for guidance, leadership, and blessings.
All right. You also feel sitting on your side, Tarl, the horn that your uncle gave you. Somebody started coughing, so I didn't know if that sounded like a dirty joke. But that, how does knowing that you still have that Tarl make you feel?
I'm looking back through my notes to see what the hell it is.
The horn that was given to you by the Elsbane, if you blow it, they will come to your aid.
Makes me feel more confident.
Right. Is there anything other than praying to Tyr and readying yourself for what is to come that you would like to do today?
No, not off the top of my head.
All right, Mulak.
Okay, so first thing he's gonna do, and I'm just gonna say I did some of this stuff throughout the week. He is going to deliver a handwritten letter to Dreyfus, and it's gonna be like it's just very complimentary and like thanking him for a lot of stuff. But the very last sentence is because I literally have this written. You still owe me 300 gold, so you better live because I want it. And it's like really like calligraphy, like super nice writing. It was like wax sealed. It was like a
Like,
beautifully written letter.
you use all of your forgery skills to make this look as beautiful as possible.
Yes, and then, but it's for the most part, it's very like thankful and complimentary of Dreyfus, and like saying that I'm proud of him for his new position and stuff like that. But at the end, you also owe me 300 gold. So you better live because I want it. He will then go to Arvax, and he will have made like a oh my god, what is that called? Like a certificate, like a really nice, almost like a diploma. Like it looks like a very beautiful diploma, and it says that she has graduated to Master Swords Person, and I can no longer teach her anything. And then he will go to Tarl, and I will hand him, because it's in my bag, just a crumpled bundle. I don't know how many. It says bundle of Greg receipts. So let me get rid of that. And then also
When he hands me the receipts, I'm going to drop them in the forge.
nice. I'm also going to hand him 3 steel ingots and say, I know these aren't that what you've been working on, but one day I want you to make me something out of that. And also, I have 85 gold of uncut gems. That as well. Whatever you make with the steel ingots, add some of those gems. What else? I'll go find Sean's mom, and I will hand her 1 giant Hamantha skull.
Please tell me you don't literally hand it to her. You like put it down in front of this 60-year-old woman.
I like present it to her.
She very much appreciates it and goes back to cocking one of the largest crossbows you've ever seen.
Also,
And then
what's you done?
anytime I see either of my brothers, I don't give them anything, or probably don't even really talk to them. I just kind of give them the knowing nod of like, let's do this. where they can see like I'm confident, but I'm a little scared. But I don't care that they know that.
Because it's
But
them.
only those two know that. Yes.
The mask cracks a little bit around brothers, but not like fully cracked. Just like it's like, ooh, okay, this is serious. But we got this. But it's serious.
And that's what I spend the day doing, delivering all that stuff to those people, and that's it.
All right. What'd you say, Kyle? Before.
What the the bag that I stole out of that when I was trying to get Samantha's sword, what was in that?
Oh, you never checked what was in there, did you?
I didn't.
Uh, there's about 500 gold. Uh, there is a human skull with green stones in the eyes, no lower jaw. There is also a couple of scrolls. And a parking receipt for a airship.
Huh. And
All right, let me rephrase it. Not a parking receipt. It is a ticket, a couple tickets to take a airship.
hmm. Okay.
Also, who has the lab bag?
Y'all have it back in y'all's possession.
Do I have it again?
You totally could because Dreyfus gave it back to the party.
All right, yeah, I'll take it back and reach into it and give my brother. I have 2 random scrolls. Is how I have it written down. I'll hand them those. And I also have something called a dick butt token scroll.
That is so old.
I will hand him the 2 random scrolls and the dick butt token scroll.
All right, Arvax, what do you do with this last day?
I go to the temple not because that's where my gods are honored, but to find somewhere quiet, away from everyone. And I'm going to pray only the way the Finn prays, which is for our gods to not interfere, to turn their eyes away, and to not fuck up our shit. I'm gonna spend a good chunk of the day doing that.
We got some people coming. If you don't mind, don't look at us. Stare at them.
Yeah, pretty much.
You should also show your mother your graduation certificate for being a master swordsman.
Maybe later.
So is that what you do, Arvax? You spend the last day praying?
I spend a majority of the day doing that, and then spend the rest of it with everyone else. Just getting ready.
All right, and as this comes to an end, uh, so I kept up with all of your successes, and some of them will affect the status of the city. But you have 6 morale points. So anytime y'all did something to try to improve how people feel, I gave you morale points. So while combat is going on at the end of every round, we're going to have what is basically a mass combat round. I will assign or let y'all pick who amongst the group you control for the city, because you have the Finn, the Metal Pikes, the Hill Guard, the Woven Branch, the McLeods. And those morale points can be used to gain advantage on a roll. So we will have y'all's personal combat that is going on next session. Plus, like I said, at the end of every round, we'll have basically mass combat. So that is how next session will go. The next time we play, like if we can next week, awesome. If folks are busy, we understand, but we only have one more y'all, and it'll be y'all taking them down, but we'll have a little bit of an additional mechanic thrown in to kind of bring in the entire battle that is going on at the same time. Does that sound cool?
Did I accidentally get us a lot of those morale points?
You got over half of the morale points.
I didn't even know that was a thing. I was just trying to be. I was like, he's grown up and he's maturing, so he's trying to help.
Also, if it wasn't the McLeods, it was going to be the remainder of the pirates that showed up. I did a D2 toss on who would show up for the smallest faction of the force that you have, but y'all will have 1,260 versus how many of the Writ of Land is coming, plus more or less a god. More than less. So thank y'all for playing tonight. Thank you for anybody that watched us. We got a one-shot this Sunday. I don't think we got any video games popping up this week, but if you want to go watch Nasa Does, she will be playing games every night this week. And we're not running repo again, are we, Moose?
I don't know why you're asking me.
I find these things out later too. I just thought maybe Claire mentioned it that they wanted to play or not again.
I could run some Clock Tower.
Name a. Let me find out what else I got going this week, and then I would very much like to participate in that if you run
Your
that.
mother coming Thursday?
Shit. I will be
literally any time where you have 7 people that want to play, I will run it.
Oh my god! For anybody that's watching, Blood on the Clock Tower is amazingly fun. It is,
and I'm gonna start getting Claire to play with me online so that she can learn the game better, so that maybe sometimes she can storytell, so that I can play with y'all.
do that.
Yeah.
Make Claire run stuff because she's good at it. But unless she really doesn't want to, don't do that to her. Anyway, so that's us. We're Team Bonus Action. For the next couple days, we're still with St. Jude, but starting August 1st, we'll be back with Extra Life, and proceeds will go to Batson's Children's Hospital in Jackson. So if you can donate, please do. Right now, help us defeat childhood cancer. And if you tune into this later, please donate and help us fight, expensive-ass children medical bills that shouldn't exist. So, since Knox sent you here,
Appreciate y'all hanging out with us this evening. Till next time, don't let your meatloaf